Greetings, Splash here with another vague comic review. And excuse my voice sounds a little muggy. I'm still really sick and trying to recover. Now, this is Idw Sonic Issue 58, and this comic is pretty interesting. Now, the comic starts off with Sonic surrounded by badniks in Imperial City. Tango, Lanolin, and Jewel were all trapped in another dimension because of a portal that sucked them in. Now, Sonic gets helped by Tails and Amy, and then Silver and Blaze come in, which I did not expect. So they're fighting the robots, taking them down, and they try to figure out a plan. They know the girls are in the other dimension, they just don't know how to access it. Now, one of them asks Blaze if she can use the Soul Emeralds to take them out of that dimension. But Blaze said that won't work. The Soul Emeralds can just transport her from her dimension to theirs and back and forth. That's it. And Silver said that he can't just freely time travel. Now, I'm not sure what that means exactly, because he always comes back at this moment. And it's not officially explained how Silver the Hedgehog can travel back in time. We don't know if he's using a power source, if he finds wormholes, but this solidifies the fact that he can't just freely do it, or control where it takes him. Okay, now with that out of the way, they plan to go, what was their plan again? Oh, right, Tails figures out that they need to access one of those enormous crystals that are surrounding Imperial City. He has a feeling they might help them out. So while they're going there, you see Tango trying to call out to them. But because Tango, Whisper, and Lanolin are in the other dimension, Sonic and the others can't hear them or interact with them. So there's a bit of a scene where Tango is trying to cheer up Lanolin because Lanolin is upset that her very first mission got them all in danger and they're stuck. So Tango, in her usual goofy way, expresses that, yeah, Lanolin messed up, but hey, it's fine, just keep on trying. And Tango admits that she messes up all the time, and she's still a valued member of the Restoration. And when she tries to get Whisper to agree, Whisper has her own problems. She demands to know why did Tango call their group the Diamond Cutters. Now, the Diamond Cutters were Whisper's old buddies who attacked Eggman's robots a couple years ago. I believe it was a couple years ago. It was during Sonic Forces. Anyway, almost all of them were killed off by Mimic, who was also a Diamond Cutter. Now this hit Whisper so hard that that's why she's a loner. And to her, it felt disrespectful that Tango used the name so casually to name their group. But Tango, in her anguish, tried to explain that she thought the name was so cool, she was trying to honor them by calling their own team the Diamond Cutters. And you see a reflection of Whisper thinking back to the previous issues where she felt alone or needed her wisps. There was one really great scene that wasn't in the previous issues. You see Whisper sitting in the hospital bed, and she's just hugging all of her wisps. And this had to have taken place after Sonic Issue 56. And that was an issue where Sonic and Tails went to rescue the wisps from Surge the Hedgehog. So it shows that she's a loner, but she needs her friends, her wisps. Without them, she's just lost. And then she expresses to Tango and Lanolin that she let one man, Mimic, make her want to be alone and away from everyone. Even though everyone else has been treating her kindly, she kept pushing them all away. And she's not going to let that happen anymore. So in a way, in a sense, not in a sense, she basically tells Tango that it's fine calling them the Diamond Cutters, it's great. And they have a nice big group hug. And Lanolin thinks, okay, well, technically, because they're in the other dimension, but can still walk around in them. It's almost like a hologram. They're in the other dimension, so everything in the real world is like a hologram almost. They can walk around it, they just can't interact. As far as I know. So she has a plan. They can scout the entire city because no magnets will attack them. They're not really there. And once they're saved, they have enough info and intel to tell Sonic and the others what's going on. And that's their plan. Cool. Now, Tails is trying to hack into an Eggman's systems while Sonic and the others are fighting the robots. There's one really cool scene where a giant egg robo with a large hammer is attacking them. He drops the hammer, and Amy looks at the hammer, the enormous hammer, asks Silver for help, picks it up, and slams it on the egg robo. And Silver is stunned because he said he barely lifted it. Amy did that all on her own. It exhausted her, but it was a cool moment. Now, Tails figures out what those crystals are. They're enormous Chaos Emeralds. Not legit, they're artificial and fake. He explains that they have the same wavelengths and properties, but they're a lot less powerful. Now, Eggman is using these to expand his Imperial City, I believe. But, because they cost a mammoth amount of energy, that's why he's been, mining all the minerals and resources. That's why under the city it was so hollow. Because I believe doing all this will help power the Chaos Emeralds in the end. It's just taking time. Now, Sonic's idea is to just smash them, right? But Tails said that won't work. If you break them, it'll explode and kill them all, pretty much. So, Tails said that they have to go to the basic central tower. That's what's controlling them all. And so with that plan, they all set out to go to the tower. But while going there, there's an explosion nearby. Sonic tells the others to keep going on. He and Tails will check it out. Now, Sonic asks Tails, did Jewel order more troops to help them out? But Tails said he doesn't think so. And when they get there, they see Shadow, Rouge, and Omega fighting all the egg robos. And the issue ends right there. Now, personally, I don't think Eggman could win. I knew he wouldn't win, but the numbers are really against him now. You got Sonic, Tails, Amy. They're all pretty strong. Then you have Silver and Blaze, who are powerhouses. I got Shadow, the ultimate life form. E123 Omega, who's a really strong robot, and Rouge the Bat, who's also strong. But what's interesting about this issue is you don't really see Eggman. Usually he's always boasting about, what he's doing. And I think I like that. It's a mystery. Is Eggman actually doing this, or is someone else doing it? Is the entire city actually sentient? I don't know, probably not. But, yeah, it's a fun issue. I liked it. There was a nice scene between Lanolin, Tangle, and Whisper that I thought it was fine, because they were in another dimension, there was no need to fight, so there was time for them to just sit and talk, and just express their feelings. And once they explained it, they moved on, and kept going on, because they have an important mission. He's actually done a couple of issues in the past, so his line art, and the art is by Matt Herms, like always, and he does a fantastic job. So my theory about what will happen in later issues, Sonic and the others will get to the Central Tower, Tails will use the gizmos to free the girls, they smash and dash, and Egg Pearl City blows up. And that's it. In the end, it's a simple comic of just trying to get in and destroy. Well, originally the comic was just to infiltrate, see what's going on, and leave. But in the last issue, the plan was to Lanolin wanted to leave and get more help, and Sonic wanted to stay and smash. Well, technically, both their plans worked. Jewel sent more help, which Lanolin wanted, and now they're going to smash the place like Sonic wanted. So, yeah, it works out in the end. And that's about it for this issue. It was fun. Enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. But if this is one of your first issues, I would not recommend it, because IDW Sonic does a cool thing where if they show you a character that's going to appear in a comic, they have a one page in the very beginning that shows you a picture of them, a quick explanation of who they are. So in case you need a refresher, you have that. And also they might have like a couple of panels about previous plot lines. So in case they happen to come back here, you're not confused. Such as in the last issue, one of the panels showed Whisper talking to Tangle about what happened to the Diamond Cutters. That was in Tango and Whisper issue number 3, I believe. But it was great they had that panel there to remind readers about, who they are, because that was a plot line in the last issue that Tango wanted to name the group the Diamond Cutters. So that's fantastic. Either or, it's a fun comic, and